All right, guys, I just got a call from UPS freight, and the log splitter that I ordered is on its way en route. So I just didn't have time to do my morning ritual, so I'm off to the shop. I only live about 5 minutes from my shop, so as long as there's no traffic, I should hopefully be able to beat the freight guy. And I called Joey. He's supposed to be there opening up the gates and putting the forklift attachment on one of the SKs, ditch witches. We have a SK 752, and then we have a SK 800 with weight kits. So both of them are good for a little over 1,000 pounds. Of course, they can pick up a little more than that, depending on how much you weigh. I weigh about 230, 240, so with two people on it, we can pick up probably close to 1,500 pounds or so. I don't know. Anyway, I ordered a mini skid log splitter attachment. I don't know if it's going to be black or blue, but the difference is the attachment plate is on the end instead of on the side. But I ordered another attachment plate, so I'm hoping we can use both. Leave it on the end, the attachment plate, and then also have one in the back side so we can use it, grab it in two different locations. So we'll see, depending on where the all the hoses and the cylinder, everything lines up, how big the hoses are and stuff like that. So, and we are right in the middle of traffic, so it's going to take me a little longer. I hope that I can get there sooner than the shipper does. So anyway, guys, I'll take a video of the unboxing and we'll try it out this morning, and I'll leave the price and all the information. It was on sale and they had free shipping, so it saved me probably a little over 500 bucks, and it was a little over $2,000. So I was thinking about making my own. We already made 3 of them, but usually when we make our own, we take like an old log splitter, cut it apart, and that's like the most efficient way to do it as far as cost. Like sometimes you can get an old log splitter, especially something that doesn't run, for next to nothing. The first one I had, I paid like 150, 200 bucks for, and I cut it apart and made our first log splitter attachment. And then the second one I got for free. My buddy had it sitting in a field. He wasn't using it. It had been sitting there for years. He picked it up for me, and we still use that one today. Actually, we use all of them. And then I bought another one off Facebook Marketplace for like, it was less than 500 bucks, I think. It's probably like, guessing 300 to 400. I think it was under 500 bucks. It might have been 500 bucks. But I figure the cost of the steel right now, because you need like an I-beam or H-beam, you need a thick plate of steel to basically build the pusher. You need a cylinder. Of course, you need the hydraulic lines. So and then you have to pay someone, if you don't weld, you got to pay someone to weld it together. So if you buy all new parts, you're probably going to spend probably over 1,000, maybe 12 to 1,500 just in parts, and then you're gonna have to pay somebody at least 400 or 500 bucks to put it together. So, and then the hydraulic line. So you're right at $2,000, you know. So if you can buy one for $2,000 already made, and then you got to buy the attachment plate, that's another $100 bucks and some change, and have that welded on. And then if you want to paint it, so I mean, it's really hard to build one from start to finish, and then you got to pay somebody or have the steel delivered, and steel's real expensive right now. So unless you already have a log splitter, or you can buy or get a used one, something that's broke, because you don't need, basically you're going to take the motor off. Another thing, older ones are better too. The ones that, like an old 3-point hitch log splitter, those are pretty good. That's the one I like the best. The one we have, it's an old 3-point hitch log splitter. But yeah, if you have a welder and you can buy an older one and cut it apart and make it work for you, that would probably be the most cost-effective way to build one, because nobody wants a log splitter that the motor doesn't run, the lines are leaking, flat tires, you know, it's been sitting for years. Like, nobody realizes how easy it is to convert a regular log splitter into a attachment, but it depends on the situation. I tend to like the ones that are homemade because they have a longer, a lot of them have a bigger, you want the biggest splitting range possible, because we not only split the wood with it, we pick up the logs with it and cut them instead of bending over. If you've ever seen our videos, like, it takes most of the labor out. Most of the labor, I feel, because I'm bigger, I have a bigger body and I'm holding a big chainsaw, the biggest labor savings, or one of the biggest labor savings and backbreakers that it saves, is being able to pick up the log so you can cut it at a comfortable height. Once you do that, I mean, you can pretty much cut wood all day and not break your back. And then of course the log splitter does the rest. Once you cut it, that's most of your labor. The rest of the time you're basically just on the skid steer, like basically manipulating the logs, splitting them into a bin. We of course sell a lot of firewood, so we split into IBC totes, and then after we split them, we resplit them with a kinetic energy electric log splitter, a super split. And I found that is the most efficient way without buying a firewood processor, because some of our logs aren't straight, you know, they're knotted up, so we have to pre-split them and then resplit them, and it, like, one or two guys can pretty much keep up with our firewood demand. I mean, we split yesterday in about 3 or 4 hours. We split, we took logs, busted them down, and filled up 6 IBC totes in probably 3 hours or less. And that was with 2 guys, 2 splits, 2 mini skids, and 2 log splitter attachments. So it doesn't take long to bust up some wood. I don't know what the equivalent of that is, how many cords that is, but it'll probably take him 2 or 3 days. I can do about a tote, break down a tote in about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. So you figure it would take me, I'd probably split most of that in one day in an 8-hour shift, if I could just spend all that time splitting. I mean, that would be a lot of work, but it's doable. All right, guys, that's all I have. I will like I said, I'll take a video. Hopefully I don't miss him. I'll try to take a video. This traffic's killing me. I'm hoping that I can beat the freight guy. Anyway, just stay tuned, and as soon as I do the video, I will post it. Have an awesome day. Crush the like button. See you soon. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. I'll answer them to the best of my ability as soon as possible. Tree life.